Okay, after a long break, we are back under the hood of the Blazer. I have drained the radiator already, so you can watch for that video on how I did that. But today's task, or the next task, is to unhook the coolant hoses and unhook the heater box underneath the dash so I can take out the old heater box that was all melted in the fire and replace it with a new one. So right now I'm going to be working on disconnecting the coolant hoses from the heater box so I can pull it through underneath the dash. These two hoses here are what connects to the heater box through the firewall. Each one of them has a hose clamp. You could either use a socket or a flathead screwdriver to loosen them up and then just pull them down. They make hose removal pliers, but I don't have any, so in this case these have been sitting here for a long time, so I just kind of twisted them to get them loose and then they were able to just slide off. But in some cases you may need those hose removal pliers to get them apart. It's probably obvious and will remain obvious which hose is which, but I am not super confident. I'm sure as I go through this I'll learn each one of them's function and be able to more easily identify them. But for now, I'm just putting a piece of painter's tape on here and just labeling it top and bottom. So when I come back to it, when I put the new heater box in, I will be able to tell which hose goes where. They're bracketed together here, kind of top and bottom, so I don't think it will be tough, but just to be extra safe, try to avoid any frustration down the road. As you saw in my intro to this video, having the cats can be a little bit of a hassle when working in the shop, but as a bonus, I always have cat litter on hand, so I threw some cat litter onto that coolant that dripped down underneath the car. Good news, I was originally thinking I was going to have to pull off the blower motor, but it looks like when I look at this heater box lines, there is a bolt and a nut there, there, and there. And when I look at my replacement part, I have those 3 bolts. So those are the 3 I'm going to have to take out, and I should be able to start working the old heater box out, peeling away the melted plastic, and then work on getting this new one in. These bolts here on the heater box are 7/16 on the engine bay side of it, and they're pretty long bolts, but I have this cool pass-through socket so that can fit all the way there. I'm no concern about the length of the bolt there, and hopefully this will just come off. Well, that just broke off, so that makes it easy. Luckily that hardware is all on my new old heater box that I got. This might not look that exciting, but we're pulling the heater box, which means we're making progress, which is exciting. Everything looks good up behind this insulation, whatever it's called, back up in here. I'll clean that all out with a brush so you can look at some scorch marks and things in there, but should all be salvageable, or be able to clean it up and put new parts in here. So exciting day to have some progress made. I think this is also good news. You can see the cable here is got the plastic sheath missing on a lot of it, but I can move it and it moves the lever on the climate control. So I think that hopefully will be able to be reusable. I won't have to worry about replacing all of that. Quite a bit of gross dust and stuff in here, so I'm going to throw on my respirator mask. just to be safe while I'm working on this. Might have to put subtitles on this. Pretty sure the fire started here. There's kind of like, looks like a mouse nest. There's a coil there. Yeah, coil right there probably caught on fire. Caught the mouse nest on fire. Burned up a hole under the dash. Not sure what this coil is. It looks like it's in the blower motor box. So I don't know if it was covered and got uncovered in the fire, something melted or what, but I may just need to replace the whole blower motor if I can find another one. Or I haven't looked online, but a lot of the parts are available, and if not, I have a local connection that sold me the heater box and has a lot of other parts available that are pulled from old square bodies.